Alright, so at first glance of watching this video, you guys probably thought that I went back to Colorado to record a video on Florida. That's not the case though. We are sitting in the Pensacola Metro right now. Just had a historic moment and I'm not sure I like it too much. There's a reason why I left Colorado. A few reasons. One of them was I was pretty much done with snow. I'd like to visit the snow, but I don't necessarily want to live in the snow. And it looks like the snow decided to come down to Pensacola. So we're going to break into the snowstorm a little bit, kind of what we went through, what some areas did experience and how it was super historic. But I think before I do that, I'm going to go inside because I'm getting a little cold. I don't have my Colorado gear here. So let's go ahead and go in the studio right now. All right, we are back inside in the warmth. It feels much better in here. Like I mentioned, guys, I'm from Colorado, but in Colorado, when we had cold weather, when we did have snow, I had the actual gear to be able to sustain it. Here, not so much. I was literally outside in my tennis shoes, found whatever big clothes I could, or I guess warm clothes I could find that was shoved deep down back in the closet. But we did just have this huge snowstorm in the Pensacola Metro and even some of the surrounding areas, pretty much up in the Panhandle, up all the way into Alabama, some parts of Louisiana, and it was historic for Pensacola. So the record in Pensacola for the most snow overnight was 3 inches back in 1895. Well, on January 21st over into January of 22nd of 2025, we got 7.6 inches. I did not expect it. We saw the news reports coming across. We even had some of our clients reaching out and be like, P, what are you expecting right now? I'm watching the news and it's saying 4 to 5 inches. And I was like, you know what? Maybe we'll get an inch. The last time we really had anything close to snow was back in, I think, 2014 or 2015, and it was literally just a frost. I saw the pictures like, guys, that's not snow. It's literally just a quick, like, little dusting right over the surface, but it was no joke. So 7.6 inches. If you go up into like the Milton and then J area, they actually got between 8 and 9.5 inches. Blows my mind. So let's kind of dive into this. Even though this isn't something that you're going to be expecting living down here all the time, just know what we kind of went through, what the city was prepared for when this storm did come in. So what to expect. The biggest thing to expect is the fact that the infrastructure, the houses, everything that is here in Florida does not accommodate for snow. And so think about that. With our houses, you're not going to be shoveling your walks. There's this guy who's posting on one of the Pensacola for sale sites. He had like an old school like snow shovel and he's like $1,000. You know, I know what my shovel's worth. And of course it was a joke, but it's pretty funny. People were joking around. It was actually cool watching a lot of the social media in the area. People going and doing like everyone doing like the polar plunges in the ocean off of Pensacola Beach. People were doing like blizzard workouts or some crap like that. But it was cool kind of see when everyone was doing pulling like a sled behind a golf cart. That one was actually my favorite one right there. But it's pretty cool to see how everyone is so excited and at the same time like, holy crap, how are we going to deal with this? So like other states where you do have snow, where you do have this type of weather, we don't have the trucks to accommodate. We don't have the salts that we could put down on the roads. So it literally does shut everything down. So if you're working over in like the mainland of Pensacola, outside of the roads, they already have shut down. But then if you're living like over in the Gulf Breeze, Navarre area, good luck getting to working over in Pensacola because the bridges were shut down. The 3 Mile Bridge was shut down after the Garcon Point Bridge. But we literally can't go anywhere. If we did want to go over into the mainland, Chelsea could not get over to the hospital. So she did have to take a couple days off of work. With that, they also did shut down schools. So initially when this came in, so Monday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. This video is going to be watched later on after the fact. So just want to make sure I clarify this. So we had Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And then so the snowstorm really came on Tuesday over into Wednesday. And so initially they told the kids, hey, we're going to be canceling school for Tuesday and Wednesday. Well, after we just experienced all this snow, they decided to just close school for the entire week. So the kids are now home. When you think about it, if you're working a job outside of the house where you're not remote, now you're having to stay home with the kids, even if those bridges are passable, even if they are open. And so it did affect a lot of people in the area. Another problem that we did run into with this snowstorm coming so fast as quickly as it did is we have a lot of pools here. And with those pools, we have enclosures called lanais. It's a screened-in system that we can keep all the bugs out, all the leaves and trees out of your pool. there was a few lanais that because of the weight of the snow on top of them, they were collapsing in the area, and that is a huge problem. Think about it. They're not expecting a bunch of snow to be on top of these lanais, and so you saw on social media a bunch of them were collapsing. It's super sad because I was thinking about it. When you're doing homeowners insurance, they're not planning for stuff like that to happen. Of course, you have your hurricane flood insurance, but what happens if snow collapses the lanai where there typically isn't snow? The good thing though is there is a lot of people or kids in the area who have never experienced snow in their lifetime. Monday we brought Kingston to wrestling practice, and he was actually talking to a few of his buds who've lived here their entire life, never actually seen snow, and he was just he was like, you guys have never seen snow? I mean, you know, we're from Colorado, so of course that's how he's going to think about it. But it's pretty cool seeing all the kids, how they were going out playing, seeing snow for the first time, doing snow angels, building snowmen. Pretty freaking excited, and it's the level of intensity of their excitement started to slowly go up, because when it first started coming down, it was like, all right, cool, we'll get us dusting, right? We'll get a little bit of an inch. So they're building like tiny little snowmen like this, and it graduated into, holy crap, we got all this snow. And the snowman just kept growing more and more and more. It was pretty exciting. It was awesome to actually experience it, even though it was an inconvenience in some parts. But it's times like this where we have a moment, you can kind of sit back, enjoy the moment, allow the kids to enjoy the moment, and just be like, you know what, there's always tomorrow when it comes to work, when it comes to all the other things, when it comes to commuting, just kind of hunkering down. It feels like it's just an extension of Christmas break for the most part. But yeah, guys, that's essentially what we did experience with this huge snowstorm that we did have in Pensacola. So this was brief and to the point, but it's something I actually had another topic that I want to talk about, but this was something that was so huge. I felt like I did have to mention it and discuss it because, like I said, we had a bunch of you who were kind of asking us about it, updating you a little bit with pictures. Hey, what does it look like now? What does it look like now? So thank you so much for watching, guys. Again, if you are looking at relocating to the Pensacola Metro, I promise you the snow thing it's way out of the norm, so don't worry about it. It's not really going to happen. Make sure you give us a call or text at the phone number right below. Right there, licensed realtor here to help you out with all your real estate needs. But if you're not quite ready to purchase, make sure you follow along by smashing that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up, notification bell. That way you're notified every single time we put out a brand new video. Till next time, we love you.